Hello, welcome back to another monthly makeup basket showing you everything that I plan to use this month and some things that I cannot stop using, a little bit of skincare and lots of makeup, and you will also see a lot of this in upcoming Get Ready With Me, Instagram, etc. So if you want to see more, just kind of stay tuned to my channel, and then some of these things I've already reviewed as well. So anything I can link will be linked down below along with every product that I mention in the video as well. So let's go ahead and get started. So starting with skincare, I have this cleanser from Ren. It is their Clear Calm 3 Clarifying Clay Cleanser. Deeply cleanses and calms the skin. I've used this once before. It's made with blemish-prone skin in mind, and it's got kaolin clay in there, which I always really like. I also get tons of product in here, 5 fluid ounces, so I will continue to test this out, and I am working on a favorite cleansers video, so stay tuned for that. Then next, I have something here from Mad Hippie. I've actually never tried anything from them, but they reached out recently and I was curious to try their vitamin C serum. I love vitamin C for the skin, great for dark spots, brightening, evening the skin tone. So again, this is brand new, as you can see, it's still in the package. Then I have the Henriksen Lucky Pucker Up Lip Scrub. This I've only used once or twice. I gotta say, I am very rarely impressed with any lip scrub. I don't like many of them. I just feel like they don't do anything. This kind of seems like a hybrid lip scrub and lip balm, and the scent is delightful, perfect for fall, kind of has that like appley, cinnamony. Is it cinnamony or just appley? It's appley and I think cinnamony. It's hard not to associate the two flavors together, but so far so good on that. Then from Indeed, again, another brand new product. I have not tried these out yet, but these are the no acid pads. So essentially these are made to do all of the things that acids do that we love, but with actually no acids in there. This is a gentle alternative to acids, similar to how they have an alternative to retinol. So these are supposed to stimulate cell renewal with the use of without the use of sensitizing acids, formulated to reduce the appearance of enlarged pores, fine lines, wrinkles, improve skin texture. So it sounds amazing and I love Indeed. So again, we'll report back. A lot of these I have not tried yet. Again, this is another item that I've heard amazing things about, the Neutrogena Rapid Wrinkle Repair Retinol Oil. I also have the cleanser from this line, and I've heard amazing things about Rapid Wrinkle from Neutrogena. You know that I'm, a die-hard Hydro Boost fan, so really excited to try that line. And then this is another really classic product that I'm only just getting around to trying. I've used this twice now. It is the Daily Microfoliant from Dermalogica. This is like a physical exfoliator. You dump out a little bit of the powder into a wet hand and it feels really good. I also am trying the pre-cleanse from them and the special cleansing gel, so so far so good on Dermalogica. I really love their stuff. Then from Bareminerals, this is the Dew Mist Setting Spray, Set, Fresh, Glow, Hydrate, Refresh, and I used this the other day, and I don't know if it was the combination of products that I had on my face or this setting spray, but my face, like, I kept forgetting I had makeup on. Like, there's a difference between, having a foundation on that feels quite light and skin-like and just actually literally forgetting you had foundation on, and I feel like it might have had something to do with this mist, so I'll have to keep testing that because it's very promising. And then lastly, I picked up finally to try the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. Everybody talks about this, but a lot of people with dry skin talk about it, and now that my skin is not so oily, I'm starting to test out some of the products that people talked about that I stayed far away from. But they did actually come out with a mist recently that is I think more targeted towards oily skin, but I've tried this once and it seemed nice, but again, I will need to try it some more. So here we have foundations, and as I've mentioned before, I just got back from vacation a little while ago and I got so much color that none of my foundations match me anymore, so I've been holding off on reviews. I did review the Sephora Matte Perfection Tinted Moisturizer, so I will link that review down below because this shade is a little bit too deep for like original me. So yeah, if you want to see that, linked down below. Otherwise, in terms of primers, I have 2 primers in here to test out. The Catrice Keep Me Matte Primer, long-lasting, oil-free, that's available at Shoppers now, if you weren't aware, and then the Fenty Hydrating Primer. To go with that, I have the Fenty Hydrating Foundation. I think I'm going to try out shade 320. 310 is quite yellow, and I'm realizing more pinky neutrals look a little bit better on me, so I'm gonna try 320. And then I have the Pure 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie. They sent me a few shades. Right now I have TG7 pulled out, but again, I will need to report back in that review. From Laura Mercier, they've reformulated and repackaged their tinted moisturizer. This one is the natural one. There's also an illuminating. I have 4W1 in this, but again, I don't know if that's my shade. From NYX, this is the Born to Glow Naturally Radiant Foundation. I reviewed the not Born This Way, what is it called? The skin tint, whatever that is, recently, so that will be linked down below. I believe I'm 15 or 15.5 cinnamon in this one. I have used this in a Get Ready With Me. Then I picked this up at Shoppers. I think I had a gift card and I was like, let me get something real bougie. This is the Chanel Les Beiges Eau de Tint Freshwater Tint, and this is what I believe to be a barely there skin tint for bougie folk, but I don't know. If you have like really good skin and just want a smidge of color, I think this could be nice, or like to put a powder foundation over or something. It does come with this little brush as well. I think I've only worn this once or twice. And if you'd like a review on it, let me know. Then I also have the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Stay All Day and Night. I got this in 9 Cool. I'm thinking that's going to be a good shade for me. And then I also bought the Kevyn Aucoin Foundation Balm in Medium FB 10.5. This one and Charlotte Tilbury, as always, I have such a hard time finding anybody who looks like me on YouTube to match myself to. So I know a lot of you say to me, like, I'm so glad that I have you to match myself with, but I have nobody to match myself with. There's a couple people, but it's not always a match, and they don't always review the foundations I'm interested in. Kinky Sweat is one of those people though, who's pretty consistent. Moving into the powders, as always, still loving to use my Makeup Revolution Bacon Blot. You can barely tell what it is, but that's the one I use under my eyes all the time in the shade Banana. And I've also been reaching for this Bobbi Brown one a little bit recently. This is the Retouching Loose Powder, also in a banana color. This one is called Yellow. I have not stopped wearing this. I reviewed this. It's the Too Faced Powder Foundation. I mostly use this to set my face because I've been wearing like tinted moisturizers and whatnot. I really love it to add a little bit of coverage. I used this in a recent drugstore Get Ready With Me and drugstore skincare video. It's the CoverGirl Outlast All Day. They've repackaged this, but it's an incredible mattifying powder, one of my favorites. Then I didn't really use this much when I got it. It's the Marc Jacobs, what do they call this? Accomplice Powder, and this is like a beauty powder, so it has quite a bit of like sheen to it. And I've tried the lighter one as like a really natural highlighter, but I wanted to give this a go on my face. And then randomly I reached for this the other day to set my face. It is the Intense Powder Camo from Dermablend in the shade Cocoa because it's a little bit deeper. And again, I really like powder foundations to set my face. So yeah, I thought I'd reach for that again. I love Dermablend. Tons of mascara and brow things in here, which is a little bit different for me and in terms of brow anyways, but I've mentioned the Milani lash primer, the violet one, and highly rated mascara. I've been loving that combination. Then this is a new mascara from CoverGirl, the Exhibitionist Uncensored. I used this in a recent Instagram tutorial. It's early in the morning. So I think that's up. I'll link it down below if it is. If not, stay tuned. And then I love this mascara, the Wonderfully Real. So I broke that out again. And then Essence created Lash Princess False Lash Effect Waterproof. And I almost hate every single waterproof mascara that's out there, even like waterproof versions of mascaras I love. I just don't like waterproof mascara, so maybe this will be one that I'll fall in love with. Too Faced Better Than Sex liner is still the liner I'm using all the time. The Benefit Brow Styler, this will also be in that Instagram tutorial I mentioned, so stay tuned for that. I used it once, but honestly I don't fill my brows in very much anymore. Then we all know 24-Hour Brow Setter is the brow gel I use all the time, but I have 2 brow gels here to test. This is one from Kokie. It's their brow mascara in clear. And then this is the Annabelle, oh my god, Anastasia Beverly Hills, I need a second coffee, brow gel, which I've heard amazing things about, and I feel like this could potentially rival my Benefit, but let's see. This is from a Sephora holiday kit. You'll see a little Sephora holiday in here because I did buy some of their sets to review. Then I've had a couple of breakouts on my cheeks, so I've been doing a little spot concealing. This is the Nars Soft Matte Complete Concealer, and this is in Ginger. Then I've been liking this new one from Maybelline, the Super Stay. I have an Instagram tutorial on that. Still forever using my multi-use sculpting concealer. And then I have two under eye kind of primers. So this is the Liquid Camouflage under eye primer from Catrice. I use this in a Get Ready With Me. And then I forget what they called this, but this is like the under eye putty or something like that from e.l.f. So I really need to test those out, like one with nothing under the eye and one with it under the eye, and see how it goes. Here are the bronzers, blushes, and highlights. Surprisingly able to fit them all in one drawer. From Too Faced, this is part of their holiday collection, obviously, but I'm excited that I feel like this is actually going to work for me. It's Gingerbread Tan Spicy Bronzer. And I think this is actually going to work for me, which is exciting because holiday bronzers are often very, very fair. Then I used this in my no foundation makeup routine, and I remembered how much I loved it. The Pro Bronze Fusion from Makeup Forever, which I have hit pan on. It is a fabulous, fabulous natural bronzer. Then for highlights, the very well-loved Fenty Beauty bronzer, or highlight, sorry, in Mean Money Hustler Baby. I love this. There's a hair stuck in the painter's tape. That is gross, I'm sorry. But yeah, this side is a really, really natural highlight. I love pairing it with the brighter one, or just using the natural one on its own, as you can see with the painter's tape, the fact it's split in half, and the pan that I've hit. Things are going well between the two of us. For my other highlight, again, another one that I've mentioned a ton, Physicians Formula Petal Glow Highlighter, Rosé All Day. This is incredible. I thought I'd break this out again. I haven't used this in a while. The Mega Glow Hello Halo Liquid Highlighter from Wet n Wild, and it is in the shade Goddess Glow. I actually bought the Revlon like hair blow dryer brushy thing, and I bought it from London Drugs, and I needed to hit $75 because the Revlon thing was on sale. So I picked this up in Peach Punch. It is one of the Rimmel Jelly blushes. I haven't heard much about those. And then in terms of blushes, I break this out come like fall time every year. It is the Clinique Cola Pop Gorgeous, not as intimidating as it looks. I'm wearing a lot of this NYX Sweet Cheeks blush. These are beautiful, great shades in these, in the shade Daydream. This one is a matte. They have shimmers as well. And then this one is newish from Clarins. It is the Jolie blush in Cheeky Pink, but it's really kind of like, it's pink, but it has like a little depth, a little warmth, almost slightly, I don't know, it kind of reminds me of like a MAC copper tone, but like a little more pink. So I'm curious to use that. It looks like a shade I'll really end up loving. Here we have the lipsticks, lots of beautiful fall colors in here, and some nudes, of course. So starting with this bottom lipstick here, this one is from Nude by Nature. Again, they are available at Shoppers Drug Mart if you haven't seen them there yet. This is one of their satin liquid lipsticks, and it's in the shade number 6, Wisteria. I haven't had a chance to wear this, but if it's anything like the ColourPop satin liquid lipsticks, I'm pretty pumped on that. Then Buxom released these Serial Kisser lip stains. This is quite a light shade here, which is a little bit different for a lip stain, but I'm curious to give that a try, in the shade Smooch. A gorgeous nude here. I wore this in a recent video, I believe. One of these from this collection. It's from Guerlain, and is one of their Kiss Kiss. They released like a nude collection. I will have a lip swatch video on all of these coming up soon, but really comfortable, creamy lipsticks. And then this freaking gorgeous velvet lipstick is from Givenchy. It is in the shade Beige Nude. It's a very kind of bright nude shade. I put it on without a lip liner, and it wasn't so hot, but with a lip liner it was gorgeous, so really beautiful. Then this is a really nice fall color. I think this is a new addition to these lipsticks from L'Oreal. These are really like watery, thin, but in a good way liquid lipsticks. That's this one here, and it's in the shade I Amaze. I did a lip swatch video on these a while back, but this one wasn't out then, but I really do like this formula. Then this is one of my favorite fall lipsticks. These kind of look similar here, and these kind of look similar here if you're looking for like dupes almost. So this is the shade 54. I think it's called like Autumn something, but it's one of these Sephora cream lip stains, which is one of my favorite products from them. Then I have from YSL, these are kind of like, they're called, yeah, Slim Sheer Matte. So they're kind of sheer, but also matte. This one is in 111, which is one of the kind of corally shades. Wow, yeah, as these dry down, they're starting to look so similar. This is a mini from Fenty. This will also be in the Instagram tutorial that I mentioned. It comes in a really cute little package that you can like hang on a tree, and it is in the shade Underdog with a W. From Too Faced, this is one of the melted mattes in the shade Gingerbread Man. I think it was out last year. This one is a little bit more pigmented and more like full color and matte in my opinion than the L'Oreal one. I didn't swatch this, but I got this in one of the Sephora kits. It is a Be a Roller Baby in your incredible Rollerball gloss, and honestly I expected to hate this, but I thought it was actually looked really good and really juicy on the lips. Then another Fenty Holiday. I swatched these on Instagram. They came out with like a mini Glossy Posse set, and I actually expected to hate this. Like, I looked at it, it was bright pink, it's sparkly, but I really liked the way it looked on the lips and it was quite comfortable. And then lastly, I have another holiday lipstick. You will also see this on Instagram and on YouTube, but this is one of the Bite minis. I really love that they put them in like different colors this year. It still looks like Bite, but just a little bit more fun. And this one is in Cocoa Bite, another great nude shade. So that is all the lips for the month. Tons of stuff down here, tons of palettes. I have the Urban Decay Naked Honey. I've worn this a few times. I got tons of compliments on a look I was wearing in 2 videos that I posted recently, and basically all I did was put drip in the crease and amber all over the eyes, and people were like, oh my god, do a tutorial. That's all I did. So I thought it was really gorgeous. Do I think that this is like a groundbreaking palette that you need to run out and get? No, but I do think it is a really nice basic palette, and this is something that I would reach for over like Urban Decay Naked 1, 2, or 3. So in my mind, it's a nice kind of replacement for those. I would have liked to see a little bit more like, I don't love this shade, I don't love this shade, but that's kind of like a skin tone thing. A little bit more yellow in here would be fun for Honey, a little bit more orangey yellow, but I do think it is nice. Packaging is gorgeous, but again, not, you know, breaking any world records. I have the Anastasia Jackie Aina palette. I use this in a Get Ready With Me, and I just want to continue to reach for it. Since that look, I used Wiggalese, I think it was in that video, and I've used some of the pinker shades. I did a look with Zam all over the lids. I really want to do something purple. I keep seeing her doing like purple looks with these, and she looks incredible in purple, so I definitely want to do something with that and something with Sponsored. Then as well from the Too Faced Holiday, this is the Extra Spicy palette, and these shades just really call to me. Again, nothing like crazy revolutionary. It's very hard to be like a really crazy palette, but I do think this is gorgeous. This is one of my favorite palettes I think they've put out, at least in terms of like looking at it. I mean, the Just Peachy palette is my favorite, but I just think that these kinds of shades together are gorgeous. Kind of like mustardy and warm, and then you've got a little teal. It's just all a really nice fit, and none of the shades seem too similar, and you've got enough there's interesting mattes in here, which I really appreciate. It's not just all browns, so I like that. Then a face palette. This is also in that Instagram tutorial from Laura Mercier. I don't know if this is holiday or what the deal is with this one, but it is the La Palette Naturelle, and I don't know that all of these, like, I don't know if that's supposed to be a bronzer, but I definitely loved the highlight that I used. That was really gorgeous. This is again from the Sephora Holiday in here. This is one of the holiday kits. It is from, what is this called again? Kaja or Kaya, depending on, for Feisty. And this is one of those blushes that you like stamp onto your cheeks, and I was a little scared, but it was actually, had a really beautiful finish, really nice and natural. And then you may have seen me use the blue one of these Stila, what are these called? This is the Suede Shade Liquid Eyeshadow. I used the blue one in a recent Instagram tutorial. Gorgeous. And this green is calling me. It's an Enchanted Earth. I always found the liquid, like the liquid glitter ones, a little bit hard to work with, but I thought this was a beautiful texture, so I'm just dying for a reason to use that green. I need to find a palette that has a bunch of green in it, because I need that to go on my eyeballs. But anyways, that is everything that I'm going to be using this month. As always, if there's anything you're extra curious about, let me know down below, but I do plan to review all of those foundations once my color fades. But thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at SamanthaJaneYT, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!